What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We on that boxing grind. Shout out to everybody that's moving them boxing videos and on the grind. Shout out to my boy Bo at Truth and Facts About Boxing. I'll go give him a shout out. But WBC officially ranks Dillian Whyte as the #1 contender to Deontay Wilder's belt. Remember they said that Dominic Breazeale and Eric Molina was a title eliminator for Deontay Wilder. So I don't know how this is going to play out. But maybe, Dominic Breazeale might fight, get sanctioned to fight Dillian Whyte, and then the winner of that, get a shot at Deontay Wilder. Water cooler talk, rumors have it that Dominic Breazeale and Wilder can fight next. Wilder just fought his mandatory, so he probably get a voluntary or two. But that's the BS, because Dillian Whyte has done absolutely nothing since the Anthony Joshua loss to warrant to be #1 in any sanctioned belt body. He ain't beat nobody. That guy he beat, Deontay Wilder, that French guy, he had knocked him out in 6 rounds. Dillian Whyte went the full 10. Barely beat Chisora, who just got beat in Monaco last week, I believe. That's what they was having that fight at by, some domestic guy. He was undefeated, but still got beat by him soundly. And Dillian Whyte couldn't beat him soundly. So why does he deserve a #1 spot? And that's what we talking about, man. These sanctioned belt bodies, man, we got to get rid of them. Let's just keep it real, We need a box commission, like Teddy Atlas says, that at the most you put 2 belts in a division, and they decide the rankings, and decides who the #1 contender is across the board, and maybe have different divisions for different weight classes. Maybe, one commission decides, the smaller weight classes from like 126 down, and then from 130 to maybe 140 or 140, some another commission, just break it down into divisions, you know what I'm saying? Divisions of the commission. But he don't deserve no #1 shot, man. And that's just Eddie Hearn, having a WBC ear. And then it's boxing is more of a corrupt sport than people realize. Eddie Hearn is able to manipulate the WBA for them to put Luis Ortiz on the back burners, even though he was cheating, and paying them off for having their ear and say that, well, Joshua ain't got to fight him, and playing him all them months where he had to go take the Wilder fight and eventually getting busted. Now he's manipulating the WBC with his money and paying them in backdoor to make Dillian Whyte #1. No way in hell Dillian Whyte should be #1 for that belt, But if Deontay Wilder got to handle his business and put his big boy pants on, he'll stop Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte's not nothing. I used to thought he was pretty good when he fought Anthony Joshua, but maybe Anthony Joshua just wasn't that good, and I'm starting to believe that as well. But if I'm Deontay Wilder, why not? Why not go over there and take that $3.3 or $4 million, whatever it is, and knock out Dillian Whyte? Dominic Breazeale can wait. That will be my next move if I'm Deontay Wilder. I go over there and beat Dillian Whyte, but it is an asterisk about going over there for Deontay Wilder, and that is that they have some fishy stuff that goes on over there. I remember Malik Scott went over there versus Chisora and had a fishy stoppage or something like that. And you get that going abroad though. For them coming over there, they feel that way. For us going over there, they feel that way in Americans. So I don't know. I understand Deontay Wilder. He probably don't trust Eddie Hearn to go to the UK and get a fair shake versus Dillian Whyte, and they want that belt because they want to make they want to keep the money in house. They want to keep the matchroom versus matchroom big fight. They want to have another $50 million payday with Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua, then turn around and do Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. They don't want Deontay Wilder into the equation because Deontay Wilder has a good team and he warrants more than that 80-20 split they tried to get to Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker don't have Al Haymon. He don't have the juice that he don't have the juice that his team don't have the juice that Al Haymon has. And Deontay Wilder, when you fight an Al Haymon fighter, they're gonna get compensated properly and probably more than properly 9 times out of 10. And that's what Eddie Hearn doesn't want to deal with. He doesn't want to split no more than a 70-30 split or really an 80-20 split with anybody, and that's the truth and the facts about it, and that's why they want to throw Dillian Whyte in there so he can keep all the pros. When I say pros, I'm talking about all the money to himself. That's the game of promoting now. Everybody wants to keep the money in house. They don't want to co-promote. They don't want to do this. They want to have options on fighters so they can control their career and make the money off of them. And then that's just the name of the game. Keep your money in house so you can make the most money. you know, and that's what they're trying to do, and that's why they want Deontay Wilder to come over there. You know, giving them $3 or $4 million. You know, that in the grand scheme of things, if y'all can set him up to lose, or if he possibly lose to Dillian Whyte, it's bigger in the grand scheme of things, because at the end of the day, they gave him $4 million. Cool. You know, he loses or whatever, and or you can rob him or do what you want to do with the UK. You turn around, you got a $50 million fight for Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte in a rematch. You know what I'm saying? And that sells, and Eddie Hearn don't have to split the pot with no other promoter. You know, he could put on a messed up, shitty undercard in the main event. The UK people gonna buy it, and that's the real reason you want Deontay Wilder over there. And you know, he got the WBC ear in their back pocket, like a lot of different other promoters. We know Top Rank got a WBO back pocket. And a lot of people scream about Al Heyman and what he doing. It's a lot of corrupt sport. You know, it's corruption in the sport. You know, it's just easy to pick on the black guy about it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's dominating the sports, and you don't usually see a black guy dominate boxing or dominate a lot of things in the world. But he's dominating it. But they turn the eye, you know, a blind eye to when Oscar does it. You know, setting up corrupting fights. When Eddie Hearn does it, Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let me know.